Christmas market still open, even with the rain coming down as we get into the afternoon. Russ's forecast coming up in moments, but we are in the kitchen. We're going to make some food. Lisa Bolton is here. Thank you so much for joining us once again.
Thank you.
Today we are doing exactly what?
We are making all things vegetarian and vegan today. So I'm going to show you how you don't need the meat or the salami or the charcuterie necessarily to make a really hearty, beautiful vegetarian board.
Okay, so let's start here.
Yes.
This is a vegetarian board. You've put this together completely. I love it in this pan.
Yeah, so something with a
cool.
lip is really nice if you're taking to a potluck. It stays in place a lot. And really with a vegetarian board, I think we can get away from the traditional carrots mechanically peeled and the celery.
For
so
sure.
Here we've done some rainbows chard. So if you cut the sticks quite thin, it resembles celery. So a nice dippable kind of scoop. We've got some rainbow carrots here, butternut squash. This is a butternut squash hummus, so super rich and creamy.
So you made that out of the same butternut squash, or
Absolutely.
you can purchase it that way?
You can buy, yeah, no shame in buying hummus off the shelf. And then we have an eggplant and roasted garlic, roasted red pepper.
Here?
Absolutely. So you can really build a beautiful bite. I think that's hearty and satisfying still.
Do you, when you're laying this out, you know, make it so it is appealing to the eye, like with the colors and whatnot? Is that the key?
I do. I love a colorful, bright, beautiful board. So for me, yeah, it's like that's how I go in and sort of play around and break up the light colors. And you eat with your eyes first.
Of course. Okay, great. So what are we going to do here now?
So today we're going to make, this one's a vegan board, so we're going completely plant-based. And so we're going to make a cashew ricotta. So this is no dairy. And what we've done is we've just thrown some hot water over some raw cashews.
Okay. And that softens them up a little bit?
Softens them up. And they've only been there about an hour, and we're going to add those to our food processor. So let's get that guy in there. And to this, we're just going to add a little bit of lemon juice. So that'll brighten it up really nice. And we've got some onion powder and garlic powder. So we'll put a bit in there. And the recipe's in my book, and it's super fast. And then a bit of salt and pepper. So let's get some of that in there. And we're going to give it a quick little pulse here. And you'll see it's just how it just starts to kind of come together. And ultimately,
give it a little more. Okay, now
there you
we
go.
got it.
This is the true TV test when it works. So what it does is that you're going to see it starts to crumble up, and then what you'd like to do is add a little bit of water to that, and it's going to soften, and you're going to end up with, we'll slide this guy over, you're going to end up with something that looks like this. So it's
it looks almost like a paste.
Almost like a paste, so very much like a ricotta cheese. So we'll just kind of garnish that guy up, and this is a really nice bite here. I've got some blistered cherry tomatoes. So they started out like this, and we just put them in the oven under the broiler, got them really like blistery and sweet. Drizzled a bit of balsamic on there. So
it takes it from plain, still good, but plain to something
just
with
kind
a
of
little
dress
bit
it
more.
up. Don't be afraid to add a pan to your board. So I love adding a bit of cast iron.
Great.
And then we're just going to build out our vegan board here. So when I'm doing a vegan board, I use a real meaty cracker because you're kind of trying to replace some of the toothsome that you get, like in a chewy
even just the textures we're talking about here.
And then smoky too is another flavor I like to kind of try to replace. Runaway, great. And we'll do that with
some potatoes here.
Yeah, we did some. These are BC baby potatoes, so
can't go wrong.
Yeah, and they're really nice for kind of being
that
something.
One does not want to get on.
Doesn't want to stay there. We've got some smoked tofu. So this is nice, cut nice and thin.
So this looks like a cheese.
Yeah, looks like a cheese, and it replaces that kind of meaty texture and flavor again. I've got some nice green beans here that we're going to just tuck in. Great thing for dipping. And then with a vegetarian or a vegan board, think about cutting your vegetables different. So I've just spiralized some carrots here. So it's really nice to do with on a cracker with a bit of cashew cheese, and just to bring some nice color into our board here. We've got this coming over here. And you can kind of see we're going to garnish it up with some, this is a vegan blue cheese stuffed in a date. And it's a nice little finish on your board here.
That looks great. Board looks spectacular.
There we go. And we'll fill in with holes with some nuts. And you have a really hearty, I say meaty, board.
Tell us about the book.
So on boards, it's a book. It's 50 boards, 52 recipes, all about beautiful cheese boards, and sort of gives you some inspiration on how to put something together, especially for the holiday season.
Fantastic. Thank you so much again for coming in. This looks great, Lisa. We are going to tie into that. We'll have weather for you. It is inside eating weather on a day like today. Russ will have the forecast.